All right. Hello, everybody. I hope you're all hearing me. I'm having trouble with the audio again. I don't know what's going on exactly. I installed this thing called it's from Elgato. It's called the Wavelink, and it kind of takes over all the audio. And I thought I had it all set, but as soon as I started, from Elgato, it's called the Wavelink. Trying to hear things, I heard him for a second, and then once I got to the started streaming, all of a sudden it didn't work. It was going through my headphones, and then all of a sudden it wasn't. And I'm trying to listen to this, through Chrome, and I don't see it. I don't hear it. So if there's anybody out there that's actually willing to send me a chat message and say, how is the audio going? Is it okay? Is it bad? You're hearing three different things at one time. What's going on? Because I cannot tell. I can tell that everything's going through OBS Studio and everything. I can't hear it. And no matter what I do, I can't get it straightened out. Oh, there we go. I can't hear it. I'm hearing something. Okay. I just muted that. Let me mute this one too. I'm muted. Okay. So I'm hearing something still. Going through one of my sound settings. Hang on a minute. I'm hearing myself, and it's not good because I don't want to do that. But for some reason, it won't let me put it through my headphones like it was last night. All right, fine, be that way. I'll have to do something else. All right, let's see, that better? Nope. All right. I'm still hearing myself, and I don't know why. All right. No? Oh, it might be because of my iPad here. Let's try that again. Nope. I can't figure out where I'm hearing this from. The output shouldn't be there. Dang it. I get so tired of not being able to figure this stuff out. I even have the volume down on my Well, this is crazy. I have everything turned off, and I'm still hearing it. Well, I'm hearing the music. Okay, whatever. I don't know. Nobody's telling me what to do. I'm going to assume that everything is good. I'm just hearing my music, and I'm going to go from there because that's all I can do. I'm just going to try this real quick and see if this is working. Yeah, I'm hearing the I don't know where it's coming from. I turned down my monitors. I've turned off my speakers. I have no idea. I don't know where it's going. What's happening here? I'm out of control. So I'm assuming people can hear me because I just heard it through Chrome. So we're good to go. We're going to go ahead and get into the stream. So I just can't turn this down, so it's really annoying. So I'm just going to do this. And it will at least mute the music I'm hearing. And I just want to make sure that I am going through the headphones or through the mic. And again, that's my fault, or not really a fault, but again, I'm traveling, so I'm not where I'm supposed to be. I'm in somebody else's home. I don't have my right setup, and it's caused problems yesterday where we didn't have any signal. I couldn't do any of this. And so now at least I have a decent signal. Last night I was able to stream. Wasn't when I was planning on doing it, but it was stream. Now it says it's unstable as far as the before it said it was fine when it comes to the stream. Now it's saying unstable, so I have no idea what's going on. I'm going to go ahead and play it like normal. I can hear, or I see I can't hear anything, but I heard that it was going through Chrome. So we're going to play as if everything is good, and unless you guys tell me otherwise, okay? All right, do our first battle. We're just going to start out with these lower guys, the tier 5, the tier 6, and move forward. All right, I'll tell you what, we'll start with the tier 5, make it some kind of a semblance of order here. Try to put some order into this. But again, I apologize. This is just because I'm on vacation, and that's why. But yeah, I'm definitely going to have to, if I'm going to use that, I got to change out my mic and that kind of thing. The reason I was using it is so I could talk, you could hear the music, and you could do that. You could do your thing, and I wouldn't have to hear myself speak again because I had a bit of almost like an echo, but it's very, very disturbing when you're trying to talk and then you hear yourself. It's like, I don't even know, like trying to, if you ever done it with a mic, you have, kind of a, more than one. Like if you've done like Zoom or whatever, and you have more than one mic in the room that's open, you'll hear yourself again. That's kind of what I was hearing. So I added in this thing called Wavelink. It's free from Elgato. It's meant to work with their equipment, of course, but it also works with things like my mic, which is called it's actually called Fifine, the name of the company. It's a budget mic, I don't make a lot of money, and but at the same time, if I had it where the Wavelink was working with that type of mic, I think it would be much easier. I have a Stream Deck that's also made by Fifine, so I'm thinking about maybe even getting the Stream Deck Plus, it's called, from Elgato, so everything will work within that same environment. I think it just might be easier. But that's for future reference. I obviously don't have that set up right now, so this guy has the same idea I do. I always try to go down here. On the Xbox, this beach goes the entire way, and you can go from north to south. So it's a little bit more dangerous doing that. Here, yeah, the people can see you from the from the escarpment there, but they have to be looking for you. So I usually don't have a problem setting here. And so this is normally where I set. I try to go a little closer to that right there in front, but then I couldn't put any rounds on where the main battle is right here on this side right here. See, that was way too far. That's because of where they're at. I'm hoping that it doesn't go flying every time well, I hit him. Hole 29, yay. See, these guys are backing up already, so that's all you want to do at this point. Just, get them off their game a little bit. See, I thought if I did that, it might stun them at least, and I get some damage after stunning credits, but that didn't work. That must have hit something. Usually hits a escarpment or something before it. So let's see, but let's try that. See, I love to play artillery, but artillery can be so inaccurate. The shells can go wherever they want to go, basically. See, now that one hit way down here or something. Yeah, it's nuts. And I don't know if they changed the nerfed the artillery, meaning that they made it less effective, because I can no longer hit people when they're not visible, which makes no sense to me. If I know where they're at, I should be able to hit them. So right there, that damaged it, and I don't understand how, because it's crazy. Where's everybody? These guys are not fighting very much. I'm surprised. Usually there's a lot more tanks here. They must be fighting on the other end of the map. Yep, there's that little ridge there. You can't do anything with that. I don't know where everybody else is at. We're like down by 3, so obviously they've been fighting over here. I'm trying to see if maybe I could see where they're at. There's somebody up there. Yeah, somebody's hitting me. I'm about dead. Yeah, they figured out where we're at. The battery, the SPGs, called counter battery. Yeah, we're down by 6, so. Yep. Sorry about that. Hit my. Yeah, whatever. Okay. We're done. We're done. Yeah, you notice I don't have a background anymore, or background to the webcam. I put a plug-in in place that eliminates that, but it doesn't do the greatest job. It's kind of like, when you use it with Zoom or a WebEx, the background the virtual background's not perfect. It's kind of annoying, actually, but I don't want the background clutter to be part of the picture either, so. It's either or, right? It's either the background clutter or this, background kind of blurriness thing. I normally wear a hat, and I tried to wear the hat, and the software couldn't make a difference between the hat and the background, so half the hat was shown. The other hat was black. So I'm like, oh, that's just not going to work. That'd be way too distracting. And the only reason I'm doing this compared to using my avatar is because I thought that this would be a little easier to do. There'd be less stress on the system, on the laptop and everything. And I also have to do kind of a workaround. That means I got to run iTunes and the motion capture software at the same time on the computer and connect it by way of a USB rather than, say, Wi-Fi. So it's not really the best way of doing it. It's kind of, like I said, it's kind of a workaround. It works, but I thought it would put a lot more stress on my setup. And because of that the other day, yesterday when it didn't, everything was bad, that I decided not to do that last night, and I decided not to do it again today. And the interesting thing was last night, there was a little asterisk by the number that said SPGs take longer to match than other tanks. Please be patient, or something along that line. And I had never seen that before, and obviously it's not in there now. I do not know why somebody thought they needed to put an asterisk explaining that. I already knew that because it always takes a long time for us to get a good match going. So, but they explained it, and that's about what it said. So, kind of is what it is, kind of thing. The one thing I did too is I went out and bought a stand for I have dual monitors, so you never see any of that, but I have it setting up here. And so it helps because it brings the monitors up off of the, table a little bit and brings it up so it's easier to see everything. Then if you have things on the table, you're not blocking your view and all that kind of neat stuff. Yes, it's taken a while, so maybe we just need to not maybe forego the SPGs and just fight the regular tanks today. We'll let that go for until 3 minutes in, and then we'll just exit the battle, and we'll start with a different type of tank. Looks like it's made its match. There we go. Yeah, but moving forward, I might just go ahead and just play the other tanks today. Again, because I'm not at my home and I'm not using broadband internet. What I have here available is I've mentioned before, but it's a T-Mobile 5G, so it is a cellular signal just designed for home internet use. So what I'm trying to say is that it's not quite the same type of signal as if you're using broadband networks. So okay, really? Freaking stupid idiot. All right. Okay, I just wanted to see what's going on. So the background music is, I can hear it. I do not know where it's coming from, but I can hear it. Uh-oh, it looks like there's a lot more down here. Let's go ahead and see what's going on down in the southern section. Looks like we got quite a ways down before we actually ran into them, so. Alrighty, let's see if that helps at all. Nope, of course not. That guy's on, and there's a hill. He's on the other side of the hill, that's where we can't really hit him. Oh man, they're wiping our guys out big time, huh? Yep. My little round just fizzled. What do they have? 1, 2, 3. Quite a few. A couple of them have gone dark. All right, I'm out of here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get out of here in time. People shoot at guys. What are you waiting for? another team that just melts away to nothingness. This is crazy. I do not know why I still have that music. I don't know where it's coming from. It's just kind of bugging me. All right. See something here. Another defeat. Yay. All right. All right, sorry about that. Just checking something out. Still don't know why I can't get things to run through my headphones like they were yesterday. Something's weird here. I don't know what. Yeah, but the microphone is there. It's running, but I don't know why I'm. Anyways, okay, let's go ahead and get into the next tank, which is the M6. I understand. Why is that? Huh, that's weird. Let's go ahead and get back to this. Oh, there's somebody over there. Okay, they're up 11-3, so now we have the other teams melting away under the onslaught. You got one more left. He's 1 on 12. May not win. Must be dug in there, yeah. Okay, we got him. It's a win. Yeah, the headphone's not working worth beans, so. Still don't know where the music coming. I don't know where the music's coming from. I'm like confused. Help me. What is that? I don't know. I've seen this one for a while. Sharpshooter. 10 or more consecutive rounds? I don't remember even shooting 10 rounds. Okay, did I shoot 10 rounds? If so, I only got 440 out of it. That's not good. Oh well. All I can do is I'll take it. Bye, buddy. Who's a good doggy? Yes. Yep, you're a good dog. Who's a good Maxie? Want to play? All right. Okie doke. Let's see what we got going on here. Now we're into light tanks. Yeah, this is the one where I think we're probably going to go ahead and get into the next tank. Whatever that tank's called. I can't remember. But yeah, we're probably going to move from the T-71. Oh, we may still keep it. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But we'll probably do that today as well. Yeah, this audio has got me really confused, to be honest with you. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm so confused. But we're going to go for it and see what happens here. Rat Patrol. There's the Cockroach E25. Oopsie. I was going to try to do the Rat Patrol jump off of here, but that might cause some permanent damage. You don't like getting spotted, I guess. Wah-boo, wah-boo. That Bulldog's at tier 8, so I know I'm in a tier 8. You know, I didn't mention it. One tier down. Oh, yep, there's T-44 over there. I wasn't even trying to spot that guy. Not my fault. He's sitting there in a cut in the beams. Damage upon spotting. That's what you want, because, yeah, you don't do a whole lot of damage yourself, but you can get that kind of results. Except I will say, gosh, that guy yesterday playing that Tier 9 AMX, oof, he killed 8 people with a light tank. 8 tanks. Now, I will say a couple of them, probably like 3 of them, he came from behind and got in from behind them and took him out that way. Of course, that tank has a multi-shot, so whatever it's a cartridge or magazine. Yeah, magazine is probably the better word. Uh-oh, looks like these guys are taking it to us. I'm not fighting 2-on-1. I may be forced to fight 2-on-1. Yeah, his magazine is all out. That's why he's backing off. I'm not sure how long it takes for him to reload. That wasn't as clean as I thought it was going to be, but end results are what we're looking for. That's the end result we're looking for, though. Well, okay. I'm not purchasing anything. That is spotter. Spotted enemy vehicles, enabling all allies to cause 1,000 HP damage. Okay. Very good. There it is, right there. Wow, 900 on this guy alone. That's kind of what you do in a light tank. That is the main way of progressing and doing well, supporting your teammates through spotting and spotting assistance, and then at the end taking out, one or two tanks. All right, let's try this here. I want to see where we're at here. So right cheer. Up. Yep, that's the Bulldogs, the next one there. I have 102, so let's see what we can do here. 102,770. And we got to research this. All right. There's a lot of things that they go, well, that's not too bad. Research. There it is. Yep. So that makes the T-71 an elite vehicle. We got another one here. Yep, towards the XM551 Sheridan, which is a tier 10 in this line. So we've got, yep, Bulldog. These guys right here. We need to get to T-49, which is the tier 9. And then that guy. I'm probably going to do all this right now because I have to decide what I'm going to do as far as a slot in the garage. This one. Okay. What? Fine. Go back to the garage. Okay. So do I want to keep this? I kind of think I do. So I have to buy a slot here. Yeah, I think I'm good. I'll buy that slot. And one thing I'm not 100% sure is what I want to do as far as the I may want to. How many do we have here? Crew wise. Go back. Come on. I'm looking here and I've got 4. What I don't know is how many this other one has. So let's go ahead and finish up the buying of, at least. That's the cat, and that's the wrong one. How did I click on the wrong one? All right, that's my bad. I needed to go here. Make sure I'm down here. That's where. Well, come on. Yeah, the Brazilian Bulldog, that's a premium tank. I have that one. I don't know if I still have this one in my... I may still have it. All right, there's 4 right here. This one's got 2. Okay, so let's do this. We're gonna click on this real quick, and then we're going to wrong thing. Well, I don't know. Now that I look at this, I think I'm just going to go ahead and keep these guys and just get this going. And situational awareness. Typically, that's what I start with. terrain. Get this going. It's all part of the game, guys. All part of the game. All right. Through ventilation. This is a light tank, so let's see what we want to do here. I don't know if I want... I kind of like this guy. I like this idea of having faster repair speed and internal module disability. You take a lot of hits. All right, even though I got to buy it for $600K. So we always want good optics, and I want them when they're running, so we'll go with the optics. And then the experimental stuff, we go optics. See, I don't know why that is. Oh, where's the one? That's the one, 5. This one's 6. Let me go with the calibrated optics. All right, let's get the ammunition going. Again, why does it have an odd number? It's always beyond me. I don't know. All right, that should be close. Let's get the supplies. Large first aid. If I get this, let's go. Large first aid. Supply. And then one more thing. Automatic fire extinguisher. Okie dokie. That is it. We're going to go here. Allied. And I have a hard time. Right. Oh, dog. Yeah, I think I may have mentioned it before, but when I was playing on the Xbox, they had this thing, they introduced this, it's not really a nation, but a concept of mercenary tanks, and they all have weird things on them, kind of like what you can do here with the 3D stuff, attachments and all that. And there was a contract, and that's what you do, you get a contract, you have to fulfill the contract in order to get the tank or whatever. And so there was this contract, and it was like you had to play US or French light tanks, and they had to be, I think they had to be tier 8 and above. So I eventually ended up with like all of those tanks, both US and French, because that was such a long contract, in order to get what they call the Turtle, which is a tier 10 light tank, mercenary tank. And actually, to tell you the truth, I didn't like it because it had a great gun, but it had a tremendously long reload. So you shoot once, and then you had to go run for your life. So I had a hard time with that tank. But yeah, and that's one of the reasons why I had so many light tanks, was because of that contract. So I want to see if there's any. What I'm looking for, where is the? I never can figure out. No, this is that they're really, I don't know. Are they decals? No. Emblems? I can never figure out where the I call them the wraps are. Under this? Yeah, here they are. we go. And I figured out that you can't put any other emblems or anything on top of this. It won't go over it. I tried. And when I did put an emblem on a tank, the wrap disappeared. So it was what it was, basically. Okay, we've been doing this for about 55 minutes. I'm going to take a quick break. And then when we come back, we'll play this tank. Okay, for the first time. First off, before I do that, let me go and see if I can accelerate this. I don't know if I can or not. Let's try to accelerate this training. Nope, looks like I don't have anything here. The only thing I can do is maybe buy some of these. Don't know what, if I can. Where do I buy them from? I thought I bought them right here. All right. I guess not. I'll have to figure that out off stream. All right, as it goes, we're just going to go ahead and play this in a couple of minutes. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. I just wanted to let you know that you'll see me eating some of these things, right? It's candy. not anything else. See? Candy. Don't go reporting me to Twitch saying I'm eating stuff I shouldn't. Of course, I've eaten as many of these if there was anything bad. I'd overeat. I have a whole full of them. All right, let's go ahead and let's play this. Let's see what it looks like. Again, I noticed like in the what's the word? In the Xbox, but I haven't played it on the PC. Actually, I think I played through this. I don't think I still have this in my garage on the Xbox, but I do have the premium version. Brazilian Bulldog, that's what it's called. Don't know why. This is the name of it. I remember playing one of those. It was a pretty fun game. We'd have a different map. It's not a PC map, but it's a map that we have in the World War II version of World of Tanks on Xbox. And I'm trying to think of the name, but I can't remember. It's somewhere similar to El Ahuf, but it's got a trench down the middle. And I remember having that tank, a Bulldog, out, and I was running after somebody, and I was able to auto aim, and I just did the circle of death around him. It was so funny. He couldn't get a shot on me, and I ended up taking him out after like 4 or 5 shots. And I was playing with my clan at the time. We were all platooned up, but they were like yelling. That was so cool. It took me a long time. I had played through probably 1 or 2 levels of light tanks before I even realized that auto aiming was a thing. It's like, and I was talking to the guys, in my clan. He was like, "Oh, I figured out how to auto aim." It's like, you didn't know how to do that? I said, no, not until I started playing all these light tanks. I had no idea. And because of that contract, I had played these light tanks pretty much exclusively for the entire time for that contract. And the contract probably took me at least 2 months, maybe more. I'm not sure this is the best map for light tanks, because it's like you go out here and you get yourself whacked because you try to hide behind things and they still end up killing you from the city and all that neat jazz. So may not last too long. Or some jerk from the city trying to kill you. Oh, you got the artillery, somebody like that. What is that one? Sexton. Sexton? No, I can't be right. Sexton is a SPG. Setter. I don't know that tank. It must be a PC only tank or something. Yeah, what do we got over there? That's okay. Let's keep everybody focused on us, and then that medium can get over there and cause some havoc. Ah, there goes. Uh-oh, back up, dude. Back up. Oh, he's going over. There is a tank destroyer over here, isn't there? Look at that spotted damage, man. 1900 spotting. I did notice that this has got a pretty good gun on it. I like this tank. Me likey, me likey. Me likey, the tank. Wow. This thing can take a hit.
Here. Energy drink. And people at Ford love their energy drink. Great.
Hey, Tiffany. Shh. That's the spotting, and then here is the hand of God. 4 different enemy vehicles. And then this is a tier 8, so I'm assuming. Yeah, well, it's not too bad, actually, compared to some of these other ones. 15, 16, 18, 15. Yeah, not too bad. I mean, compare that to what we see here in some of these other 8s. Look at what we have here. Well, that's a T-69 Ares. I don't know if it shows me or not. Yeah. How much they were. So research of 20,000, 20,000, and 20,000. So that was 60,000 there just for that one. But I'm sure some of the other guys were expensive as well. Because this one was 16. Okay, we're about right. Yeah. Okay. Tier 9 where it starts to get really expensive. Where is that? Oh, I don't have it in here. I just saw something that got me interested in something. I need to check this out. Right there. Okay, I thought it said it would need the field modification already. My bad. My bad. But yes, I do like that tank. That's a keeper. That is going to be fun to play. Yeah, tell that to the idiots that like to push you out into the fire and use you as a meat shield. Oh, while you're arguing with your allies, the enemy's taking it. Well, then tell those guys to act like they actually know what they're doing. At least we got heavies going this way. And why can't I see this guy when he's fight me? I mean, he can see me, but I can't see even his outline. How's that fair? Yeah, whatever. Am I actually doing something? Getting up there. What are you a heavy in your back here? Really? Oh, I didn't play that one very well, but I don't care. Not really. Yeah, they're going to let the other team come over the hill, and they're going to end up losing. Just the way they're playing. Very, very timidly. IKV. I call this the IKEA tank. Oh, be right back. I gotta get something to drink. Forgot. All right, cheers. Yeah, when we got here, we went over and I think a local Best Buy and bought an apartment-sized freezer, refrigerator, one of those like you had in the dorms room or dorm rooms, excuse me. And this one had has a freezer on top, so it's not a big one, but a little bigger than what we were looking for. But it works. And we don't have too many going this way, so I'm going to go help out over here best I can. Oh, shoot. Waited too long to turn. You going to shoot or what? You're just sitting there. Okay, why don't you knock down every tree? I think you need to come back here. You missed a tree. I don't think I've ever had that tank, the AMX CDA. But this tank I played, the one I'm in now, I played this one quite a bit because I went through the tank destroyer line for Sweden all the way up to the UDES. Well, I should probably clarify that UDES actually has is a designation for I think 3 different tanks in that line. But the tier 10 UDES. Why is that medium back there acting like he's a sniper or something? Because he's an idiot. That's why. Oh man, he wasn't visible long enough. Of course. Oh, why do I bother sometimes? Of course, I should have just backed up the first time I got hit. I was being stubborn. It won't let me. All right, let's see here. Which way do I go? Which way do I go? Me going out into the field is just folly. Let me know what these things are. I think they're like mailboxes, right? Or are they just decorative, like posts? Oh, that's why I asked. Yep. So I get for being in a tier 9 fight, tier 10 actually. So I'm way outmatched. Screw y'all. Bite me. Just found a corner, rolled up into it, and just stayed there. We had a victory here. Interesting. All right. Wrong one. Very good. Very good. Very good. All right, let's see. I'm going to go ahead and just move right on. Tier 9, Aries 85. The one that just took me out, actually. See what happens. Okay, tier 10 game, not too bad, but as I said before, the tier 10, there's between tier 9, 10, and even 11. It's pretty significant. They go up quite a bit, so this could be a bit of a overmatch. But we are mid-tier, so I'm not going to complain too much here. How are we doing here? Yeah, we only got a few coming up this way, so we got to be careful. Try not to get spotted here before we even get up there. I wonder what those numbers are. 26,740 and 26,830. Is that the entirety of our XP health, HP that we have? or is it something else? I don't know what it signifies. I've never been able to figure that out, and I guess I've never looked it up either, but I couldn't parse out what those mean. I'm assuming it has something to do with HP, your health points. Yeah, too many. I can't beat him 2-on-1. I don't have to my green tank over there. Yeah, see, now it's down. So I'm assuming that must be what it is. But I have more than 150 when it comes to... It can't be that because, I had 1,950 in my health alone. Oh, whatever. I guess the guy that was in green here just kind of... He must have evaporated, just left me to die. Yeah. He just ran away. Nice. Nice, Mr. Team member. Yeah. The teams, there's no such thing as teams in this game. Not really. All right. Well, let's just go ahead and the other 10 tier 9, oops, that we are working on. We'll battle that one. Urovanka? Urovanka. Yep. Oh, Malinovka. I get those two mixed up all the time. Malinovka. That's the one with the hill at the A0. Yeah, there's a big hill up there with a windmill and etc. Hey, let's get this thing. Oh, where are we? We're on. Oh, I really like where sometimes when you spawn, because it's like it takes a bit of time to get to someplace where you actually want to be. This thing is like spawning out in the middle of all the traffic. I don't want to be there. At least not as a artillery guy. All right, let's see if this is enough. Gotta find me a little bit of a flat patch of ground if I can. I don't think I'm going to be able to do too much. All right. Yeah, I can't do anything there. There's a ledge. I don't know why he's there, but he can't really hit anybody, so he's worthless. Let's see if I can help here. Probably not. At this level, everybody knows how to hide from artillery, that's for sure. You're waiting to get somebody out in the open, like up here, where they have to be here. Yeah. It's actually not got too bad of a reload for a tier 9 artillery. The tier 10, on the other hand, it seems like you can walk away from your game, go take a break, shave your face, do all kinds of stuff, before it reloads. Look at that mess that plane made. Come on now, guys. Yep, took down the windmill. Ugh. That's disgusting. Let's see what we can do here. That's good. I'll live with that. These guys are going to be, bunching up. I'll be more than happy to take a bite out of all of them. Now, we're kind of overwhelmed, though. Yep, we're not going to last up there. Unfortunately, when they all die, then I lose. I don't see anybody anymore, so that's unfortunate. Keep hitting that stupid remnants of the windmill. The windmill ruins. Yep. There isn't really any other place to go. Why is that heavy down here? He is not a sniper. I'm sorry. He has no business being down there. I'm probably going to get spotted right here. More likely. If I go any farther, then I'm going to end up being visible to everybody. Somebody going to shoot that guy or what? Really? I couldn't type enough. You'd be freaking kidding me. One light tank and it takes out almost the entire team. Well, that's kind of what happened before. The other day when I was on my team, though, he killed 8. That tells you what, tells you how good I'm not at light tanks. Really crazy. So I just checked with right here, this area right there. I guess that's a bug because there's nothing you can do about it. I just checked on Discord for other tanks and other people get it. There's nothing you can do about it. It never does anything. It's just an annoying message that means nothing. And part of the reason we lost that so easily was, again, we had, light, heavy tanks sitting there trying to be snipers. It makes no sense to me. If you're going to be in a heavy tank, you need to be in there and be part of the main assault. The brawlers, the ones get up there on the hill in this particular map, get up on the hill and fight for that corner. And even our heavier, like the turtles and whatnot, those are the heavy tank destroyers that have armor, the T-92. I think that's what it's called. And there's a couple other ones that, the T-100, T-110E5 or something like that. It's a U.S. It looks like a regular tank, but it's a tank destroyer. It has all kinds of armor. Those are the ones that should be up there fighting like that. And you should know if you have that, right? If you have decent armor, there's a WZ tank, the Chinese tank. You could get up there and brawl. My tank that I have, the Jag Tiger 88, it's a tier 8. So you want to do that in a tier 10 match. But if you're in a tier 8 match, oh yeah, you should be right up in there. I mean, you got to be careful that you don't get too close and end up with somebody behind you. But yeah, you should be up there because that frontal armor for the Jag Tiger 88 is awesome. It has nothing on the sides or in the back of it. But the frontal armor is awesome for a tier 8. And at WZ, oh goodness. At WZ, the front where it's called the mantle, where the gun meets up with the where that gun meets up with the oh gosh, what's the word I want? With the turret. Oh my gosh, all that area, that mandrel or mantle, I forget what they call it. But that thing is just awesome. And you hit it from the front. Nobody's going to penetrate that. It's just going to bounce. But there are plenty, like the Grilly that I run, that tier 10. You don't want that one anywhere near a fight. You get one shot and it's half your health is gone, you know? So yeah, it definitely can't. Oh, 60. Woo-woo. Almost took him out in one shot. But there was damage after the stunning, so that's cool. Not much. It was like 318, was it? Yeah. Ravik. That was the one that was with me. We were running together. I forget what map it was yesterday. It was, and man, we just wiped out the competition with that tank next to me. That was in like one of my. I got the Pershing, the tier 8, but I'll let him take the lead. Oh, that was in Fisherman's Wharf or whatever they call that one, Fisherman's Bay. Come on, how come it says it's going to go over? Then it hits the side of the... It's because it's the dispersion area, right? It's not always going to go, you know, like a rifle. It's not going to do that. You have an area it might fall in, and the area hits into the side of the mountain as part of that area. Here they come. What is that one? Type 5H. So I think that Type 5 is a Japanese jobber doober. Yeah, they're the ones that. Yeah, one's a tier 10, one's a tier 9. So that's the 4 and the 5, which that makes sense. I mean, what about some of these U.S. guys that and I talked about that before. The MV, the M2V, the M3V, M4V, M5V, they don't go like in, you know, 6, 7, 8, 9. They don't do that. It's like the top one's a 5, but then the tier 9 is a 3, and the tier 8's the 4. It's like, what were they on when they were naming these tanks? My goodness. You just knew that you were wrong and you just did it because you wanted to be unique? I don't get it. Of course, those are not real tanks. Those tanks only existed in on the drawing board. They were no prototypes were ever made of those tanks. But there are several tanks like that in World of Tanks that were nothing but experiments. Experimental. They weren't meant to be. They were just like on somebody's drawing board, like you say. That guy was stunned. Get him, guys, get him, hit him. Give me some points. Let me do something here. Hit that guy. Oh, they were in reload. Hit him. Oh, they killed the other guy. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. Looks like I'm getting killed too here. Unless that was Yep. Yeah, so what? You think you are anyways, pushing me around? Now, 14-1. You gotta be freaking kidding me. It's embarrassing. Just leave that one go. It's downright embarrassing. We'll just flush that one and forget all about that. Move along here. Nothing to see. Nothing to see. Move along. This is just a car wreck. This isn't a train wreck and happening. That's okay. Keep going. Moving on. Move along. All right. What do we got here? We got these that we have to get, and we have these. So let's go ahead and try this one again. See if I can't get a better matchup. Instead of like being tier 10s or tier 11, let's see if I can get some tier 8s going here. Get a tier 8 matchup. Nope. Tier 11. Why did I say that? I just jinxed myself. Are you kidding me? Well, I guess we're going to be going with premium rounds all day. APCRs it is. Boy, that guy's a M48 patent. That's the one. That right there is my first ever tier 10 tank. I loved it. And it was funny because I didn't know that tier 10 had this, but you had to actually upgrade one module, I think it was the gun, in order for it to become elite, which most tier 10s don't have that. That's just a uniqueness with that particular model or that particular tank. But I still loved it. I think it's a great tank. That was the first ever tier 10 that I earned. Check that out. That's that tier 11 tank destroyer, the one with the extra thermal thing or whatever. You let it set and then it builds up. And then if it hits a tank that's got some damage to it, I think a certain percentage, you hit it and it will cook off all of, it'll basically ammo rack you. I thought that was pretty cool. What? What? Who is hitting me? Dude, stop that. Not even nice. Picking on an old man like me. Here's that tusk. Oh, is that a tusk? No, T-sack, whatever the heck a T-sack is. He's leaving. He's boogieing. He's done. Like, I'm done, dude. I'm afraid if I go up here, I'm going to get myself just kind of all kinds of shellacked. This CS piece of junk. Those are the ones that run on people all the time. Yep, look at that. Yep, of course. You ready to run now? There he goes. Everybody that runs those CS tanks runs like that. Every last one of them. All right, I've had enough of this. I'm going to have to help. I don't do that very often, so it's really weird for me to respond. But look at this. Oh, yeah. Okay, 11-3. These guys were the last big holdouts. What we got now is a light tank. I got him. They got him. Didn't do a whole lot. But we took out one tank. Victory! Yeah, 92 damage. The guy was low on health. Block 75. Look, I got an all-important destroyed enemy tank. Hoorah! All right, I think. Oh, it's the T-20 as well, and the Pershing. So, let's do the Pershing. Let's see what we got. Actually, I'm gonna take a quick break. I need to use the necessary room, the loo. I will be back in just a few minutes. All right, before we do that, let me go ahead. Hey, sorry. It's necessary. That's what they call it, the necessary room. So, all right, let's see here. I don't know where everybody's at, but it was pretty bad weather last night here. We had big time thunderstorms, and this morning they had like early, like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. They had some localized flooding going on. We had a couple of places you had to skirt out and around. You got like 2 inches of rain within a matter of a couple hours. So yeah, it poured buckets. So, but everything seemed to be good. We didn't get any flooding here or anything. I think it was just some of the streets. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Some of the streets, depending where you're at, just couldn't handle the stormwater, which makes sense. They're not designed for that amount of water. Hey. So we've got just right around an hour left of the stream. Like I said, I hope everybody's hearing me and everything. I'm assuming you are. But I'm not hearing, I don't get any feedback from anybody, so I can't really tell. So. I lost the entire audience for the most part, so maybe not. Maybe the audio is messed up. I don't know. I ask for feedback and nobody tells me, so no way of knowing. Am I the only tank coming this way? Yep. So why? Yeah, might be. Yep, now I'm seen by this guy over there. Keep going, guys. I can hit you all day. I got a faster reload than you do. Really? Why do you even have any tanks back there if they're not going to do anything? I'm done. Yeah, it's probably not the best map to be artillery on. Mountain Pass. We just lost. Why am I not surprised? Not at all. Okay. Could that go farther away from where I wanted it to land? Probably not. Look where that tank destroyer is. He's really close to us. I don't know. Yep. Yep, here he comes. Kind of figured. Really? Yeah, nobody likes artillery. Nobody cares about artillery. They don't realize it's probably the most powerful gun they have in the entire team, but why am I getting a phone call from Cheyenne, Wyoming? I don't know anybody in Wyoming other than the Duttons, and they're just a television show. Yeah, that's another thing you don't really do in the console. You only have one person that you train up, and that's the commander. You don't have this entire, like, all the loaders and all that stuff. It will say the loader has bought the farm, loader's been injured, or, you know, the driver's been injured, but it won't. You'll never have to do all this with all the various perks, skills, if you will. You just don't have that. Just the commander, and the commander can get up to 9. Yeah, that one that I was playing when I was playing all of the light tanks. That one that I have, the commander of the Sheridan, they call it, the U.S. light tank tier 10. I think he has 10 skills. So that's an advantage, big time. And I believe some of my other light tanks, the commander for the French, and I think the commander for maybe my Russian tier 10, that one has a lot of perks or skills, if you will. I don't know if I want to get hit or not. Is spotted doesn't mean hit. Oh, yep, I got hit by one idiot, 2 idiots, 3 idiots. Way too many people can see me. Of course, I'm playing in a tier 9 game, which I didn't realize until just now. So I should not have done what I did. Tier 9 vision and all that. Oops. Oopsie, oopsie coo. My bad. Okay. So what I was talking about with the naming convention, take a look at this, guys, here. You got the Paulak, which is the 6, but the 7 is a tier M2Y, right? So it's Y. It's 2. I mean, it's a Roman numeral. Then it's 3. Then it goes to 4. Hey, wait a minute. Did they change these? Maybe it's only on the Xbox, but the Xbox has it backwards. This is 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that's the way it's supposed. No, that's not 4. That's 6. That's what it is. Not 4, but 6. Okay. So it goes from 3 to 6 and then to 5. I never quite understood that. Why is that such a weird thing? That's Roman numeral. V1 is 6. So 3, 2, 3, 6, and 5. No 4. It's just weird. Somebody was on drugs when they made that, when they named these things. All right, so this is reserve. I don't know if I don't know if this just is added to the reserve here. I'm assuming it probably is. I don't know. This is how you activate them, but I don't know if that, I guess it's just added to the pile, like when you add these things, and it's just added to the balance that you have in the depot. All right. Airfield. $6.59, $5.55. I want a tier 9 game again. That's nice. Awesome. Since we are tier 7 in a tier 9 game, as low as you can get in a tier 9 game. Oy. Well, I am not about to get out here and get tier 9 vision. Yep, does it every time. Yeah, bite me. Figured that was coming. If nothing else to shoot on, probably the only thing that's been spotted. Spotted again. Yep. Really? And you can do nothing but just sit there. Nothing. Look at him. He just like out for a Sunday stroll. Couldn't do anything. I mean, they're just all they're doing is just running up on us, and that other guy is doing nothing either. He's just sitting there. Oh, I don't get it. That was a waste of time. What just happened? I don't know. I'm confused. All right, well, let's see what we can do here. Tell you what. Nope, don't do that. Yeah, I'm doing this guy. Give you 3. All you can do is what you can do. Earlier today, we had a really good match What tank was that I had that in? I can't remember now. I thought that was in, oh, it was in my Tier 7, I think. The T-71 CMCD. Now I moved up to the next version, the Bulldog. And that was a good first game. I was impressed with that thing. Bulldog is a decent tank. See what happens here. I keep playing so many different types of tanks, I forgot this was a heavy. Oops. I shouldn't be up here then. Not really. There's a lot of tank to be going down there. Okay, I understand that this is a fast tank, but that's the wrong place to be, and that angle is not helping any. If you're going to be there, go back and go onto the road where it's at least somewhat flat. It's moving back. I don't know why. Why are you so antsy, nervous? Oh man, that was a while ago. That Mannerheim line got wiped out there too. Man, we're up 8-0. Could get a beat on that guy. Uh, That's not a bad game in this tank. See how we did? I don't know why I'm not seeing any of the follower alerts. I don't know. It's weird. Then we got a spotting. Yep. That's not bad. Not bad at all. Let's see where we're at when it comes to modules. Soviet. KV3, here we go. We need 53 to get to KV4. IS-22. I assume it's a 2, I don't know. II. Stanley. Yeah, okay, so with the other XP, we got 12, but we need quite a bit more, so. Okay. KV2. KV2. Yeah, I don't know why recently I've started getting these things on Facebook in the reels or whatever they call them. Different things about tanks. I had this one. I forget. Oh, it was about the Panthers and the Tiger tanks, the King Tiger. And I think it was a huge tank. That was a huge tank. And that was part of the problem. It's very difficult to maintain out in the field, but it also was hard to move from place to place because you couldn't put very many on a train car. And they were just very big, very very huge tanks, but I think they had also didn't make that many of them, so that's why they were hard to. They never really dominated the battlefield, even though they were such big tanks. The other one was about the Firefly, and how that's like a Sherman, but an extra long barrel. So the Germans would look for that extra long barrel to try to take that tank out first, because that extra long barrel, is shot around that could go through, penetrate any of their armor, even their frontal armor. So it was a very dangerous tank to them. And then the other one is about the KV-2, when I'm driving here. And they talked about when the Soviet introduced the KV-2 into the battlefield, they had no idea what to do. They had none. They couldn't figure out, because this tank has such a big gun, they're like, ouch, what are we going to do? They were taken totally by surprise when the KV-2 was introduced. Yeah, you can go up there on that. I have no business being up there. For one thing, I can't shoot with any kind of accuracy at all when it comes to needing to have a gun depression. There is no gun depression on this thing. So, unlike others, this has nothing. So, I have no business being up on any kind, even a small incline like these mounds. Nope. Doesn't do me any good. Good job. Want me to take a stab at him? Yeah, AMX can go bite me. Oh, darn it. I didn't realize they had all those tanks there. This stupid thing. That AT-7 is a piece of junk. Still killed me though. All right. Looks like I might have some work. I gotta make sure my daughter's new Mac. She got the Mac Neo. It was just introduced or released yesterday, I guess. And so, I think it's yesterday. What is it today? What's the date today? It's Wednesday. Oh, today. It was actually just released today. She had an appointment to get it picked up tomorrow morning, but of course she got a little impatient, so she went down and picked it up today. So she picked up her the Mac Neo. It's got 512 gigabyte hard drive, probably solid state drive, knowing the Macs. I'm not sure what else all the other statistics are, but she's happy with it. My son's had his Macs for like 15 years now. He's gotten to the point where he can't even upgrade it anymore to the most current Mac operating software because it's too old. And it's got a MacBook. He used it in college, and he's been out for at least 10 years. And so he's been looking to maybe get a different computer, and so maybe he's thinking about getting one like that. The Apple MacBook Neo. Neo. I had the MacBook Air for many years. I had one, and I don't know what happened to that one, but the second one I actually gave to my sister-in-law to use. She was a missionary and stuff, so I wanted to just support her, let her have it. I wasn't using it at all. So, mission sounds impressive, but she worked at a local Christian camp, and she was there on on staff with her husband. My brother-in-law, they were there on staff. She'd worked for a long time before that, before she became full-time. And she supported by churches, etc. They've had to since retire. She had really, really severe illness that caused her to have to retire fully. She's since recovered, but it's taken its toll physically. She had to get a liver transplant. Her liver was gone. It was done. It was dead. And to the point where, at one point in her journey, we were planning her funeral. So, but she's made a full recovery and still kicking. So that's all that matters. But yeah, I remember that. I remember giving it to her, just here, you can have it. I think they use it for her. They have an embroidery business now. I think she uses it for that. I'm not sure. Didn't do a whole lot to that guy. Let's see. Thanks. I swear, I still have that bullseye on the top of each of my tanks. It's invisible to everybody except for artillery. They always are after me. Every freaking time. All these tanks out here. We still have 15 tanks. And I'm the only one that's getting bombarded. It's annoying. Drives me nutso. And all these things that were damaged. Oh, are you kidding me? Really? So he just sits there. Oh my gosh. What's it look like I got avenged? That's all you can hope for. Nuts. But, you know, the important thing is, it's a game. Everybody walks out of the tank. Nobody gets hurt. The tank is on fire, blowing up. The turret's laying on the ground next to you. And, all right, everybody get out of this tank. Everybody get out. Everybody's still alive. I don't know how, but they are. Gravitz. I'm not the biggest fan of this particular one. There was one called Providence. I think that's what it was called. It was similar to this, but it was at one time it was tier locked, like a tier 4 or something like that. Only the lower tiers could play it. I don't think they do that anymore. Any of their maps. And a White Park. White Park was one that was tier locked, I think, no higher than tier 5. Maybe it was 7, but anyways, it was a lower tier. So, yeah, it was locked. But I believe every tank plays on every map now. Unless you exclude the map, which you're able to do on the PC. You don't have that ability on the Xbox. They don't let you exclude maps, which kind of sucks. Yeah, Nordscar, we lost that one too. I have a feeling somebody's going to be right over there and they're going to be attacking me, so I'm going to put this right about as far as over here as I can get. See what happens. Now these snipers need to be taken down. Yeah, kind of a narrow, really narrow, but yeah, this side up here. Yeah, bite me, huh? That was a poor choice. Hey, we had a win, a victory. I think that was that last game that we played. Andra? Yeah. Yeah, whatever. All right. Such is life. Oh, level 5 with the KV2. Whatever that means. You know, I got wiped playing that thing. Okay. Must be doing something right. Level 5. Here it is. This is one of my bond earners. But sometimes I have a good game and no bonds. Other times, meh, game and bonds. I don't know what the trigger is. No idea whatsoever. $568. Anybody else? Going once, going twice. All right. Let's see what we can do here. A tier 10 game, so we're high tier. Remember, this one is the one that has no armor. You can maybe take 2 hits at the most. If it's from a big gun, you're done. Gonzo Aloha. Oh, there's nobody over there. Well, that's fine by me. Usually there's a whole slew of tanks, and that's where the big bet is. They're just slow to the party there. Yeah, I'm not going to have any kind of shot on these. They're on the other side of the hill going, or the rock and going down the hill. See if I can get a shot from the, like there's a ravine over here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I get spotted. Yep, somebody spotted me. No who. See you try to get us in. Try that. Yeah. Might be getting whacked if I do this, but came over here for a reason. I tried. I tried to back up. Ah. I got the object 705 for it's like 864. So come on, guys, finish the work here. Get them. There you go. Come on. He's only got 180. There we go. Only 3 left. No, 5 left. Sorry, reading the wrong thing. All right, I think we got a win there. And that brings us to the end of the stream. Yep. I thank you, everybody, for stepping in and coming back. I don't know if this is a new group or what. I do appreciate it quite a bit. Let me do this while we're wrapping things up. Tomorrow will be the same time, around 1 o'clock p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time. And that's just to make sure we have enough time to get everything done before the evening stuff starts. So, okay. Bum, 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 bum. All right, so thank you for stopping by, for showing up. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night or whatever time it is at where you're at. And we will see you next time.